Hello world, what's up? What's going on? Oh my gosh, what a beautiful mountain view it is behind me. I'm a views kind of person. But hey, here we don't care about the mountain view right now. I'm not here to talk about the mountain view. I got one thing in my mind right now. That's COVID. That's right. I said it. COVID. Let's talk about it. Okay, so if you've been on planet Earth for the last few years, 2-3 years or so, you've heard of COVID. Your life probably got impacted negatively by COVID, one way or another. So I'm not here to talk about all this nonsenses of COVID. In fact, I'm about to share one of the coolest little memories I made during COVID in collaboration with another human. But the reality is, COVID was interesting. Like, we all went through a series of denial, confusion, lockdown. There was roadblocks, mental stress. I mean, it was tough, man. It was hard. We had no access to basic needs, basic goods. If you needed to get any basic needs, you needed to there was a dress code. you needed a mask, goggles, freaking face shield, looking like you're about to operate on an artery. It was ridiculous. Okay, so what had happened was, the other day I was on a trip, and I was with this pretty cool guy, and we ended up having a conversation, and the conversation somehow ended up being about COVID, and he mentioned that it feels like COVID happened 10 years ago. Like, were we on the same planet? Now, kudos to you. Anybody trying to relieve no damn freaking stress and be tripping about things that's beyond all of us civilians that we can't control. But and certainly I'm all for moving on and not dwelling on things that you can control as an individual, as a person, as a human. But like, hearing the words, it feels like COVID was 10 years ago, was triggering to me. I was like, what do you mean? What rock have you been living under? Because I don't think any of us will be forgetting like those COVID related scenarios anytime soon, or most of us, I guess, because this gentleman's already moved on. Yo, kudos to you for being real resilient like that, but dang. You need a reminder? Check over there. I don't think I'll be forgetting anytime soon when the streets were ghosted. Whatever major avenues you were in, wherever you were, Cebu, Manila, most places, man, even in the province, the streets were ghosted. Yeah. Even like, you couldn't even go talk. You couldn't go talk to Jesus at the church, even if you had a Jesus emergency. Like, and this is Catholic country out here in the Philippines, man. You go to church. Most of us do. Anyway, you can't do that. It was banned. Everything was banned that you would normally do. Oh my gosh, talking about like transportation. There was no transportation. Flights, ships, all modes of transportation were just gone. Yo, this stuff, like, we're traumatized to a lot of us. I won't be forgetting these things anytime soon. So to hear like it was 10 years ago, like, I don't have such feeling. Sorry, Kuya. The worst to me was the lack of mobility, the inability to go anywhere, the inability to catch a flight. You can't escape. There was no escape. Not just a flight. There was no ship. Like, you just couldn't do anything. Like, but flights being like the fastest way out, and catching a flight was like, nobody knew what was going on or what to do or how to handle it. It was chaos at the airport. Man, I got stranded on a boat for like 2-3 days. I was not happy. I was not happy. The day went and evening came and I was still there. We were still there, man. It was not cool. Woo! But I also recognize one very interesting fact, being that the way COVID wasn't handled equally, right? Like it was different depending on where you are. Like for instance, at the time I was in Cebu, and just across the pond from Cebu in Mactan Island in Lapu-Lapu, it was very different. Like people were actually partying in Mactan. Like if you during the weekend lockdown in Cebu, you need to like get out on Friday night and go to Lapu-Lapu because that's where people got to actually enjoy their lives. So maybe where Kuya was, like it was just libre everything, man. Good, like it was like you could do whatever you want, or maybe he also had the means to and the opportunities to not feel the effects of COVID. So I don't know, man. But nah, man, that shit doesn't feel like it was 10 years ago. But you know what? Look, I don't want to be out here talking about this shit all day. But I do in fact have one cool little memory that took place during COVID. Like when things started to actually open up after over a year, and like we were able to get out. I was able to connect with some humans. One such occasion, I think it might have been the first of its kind, man, which led to a little bit of shopping, and I ended up making a music video. And every time I think of COVID, like that's like my default thought. All right, so because it was like the coolest thing, and that was my first time making a music video. The whole music video was about how at some point the government decided that half face shields, such as what we were wearing, were no longer allowed. You had to, like, in order to go shopping, to go to the mall, you had to wear like full face shields, like looking like a freaking surgeon. And so that's how we ended up making a video about how this is not allowed. This is not allowed. But we were rocking it anyway. We had to find ways. But on the real though, those like large, dark face shields, or half face shields, they were pretty cool though. So without further ado, I present to you my all-time music video that I made during COVID. Check it out!
I need to be putting on my mask.
Oh, back to back. Oh, back to back. This is not allowed. This is not allowed.
It's a video.
It's the hip-hop music video. We're about to win Grammys at this. This is video of the year right here. Grammys. Yes. Grammys.
Oh, you look so good. Look at you.
Have you seen yourself, Miss Gunter? You're killing it. You're killing it, Shadi.
I mean, I know. I mean.
You're so conceited. Yo, shout out to the only human who participated in this video. You're so conceited. Talk about it. Yeah, I know. Man, I'm trying to pay you a compliment. I'm like, yeah, I know. You could have been, man, there's no modesty, man. But hey, but then again, when you got it, you got it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I can't hate. I can't hate. But anyway, look here. I gotta go, man. Look, COVID or not, you still gotta live your life. You still gotta enjoy life as much as you can. You still gotta find ways. And I know a lot of us had to find ways. And here, it's been a couple of years since like lockdown, active lockdown, and things are seemingly getting all back to normal, right? So people are working downstairs, things are moving, like progressively, but still, it ain't the same, man. It ain't the same. A lot of things are never gonna be the same. But still, you gotta do your best. So, if anything you get out of this video is to stay progressive, think outside the box, be good, make a music video. When things get hard, when you have no way, when they're telling you things are not allowed, make a music video. Alright, look here, man, I'm good, I'm out. Like, subscribe, whatever. Don't subscribe if you don't like to. It's up to you, but be good. I'm Ping Chow. Live a good life. And peace. Unfortunately, after 1 or 2 cute little months of shooting my first music video, which almost won a Grammy, by the way. Yep, everything went back to lockdown. It happened.
Now, lockdown will be imposed, or reimposed rather, in Manila and surrounding provinces as coronavirus cases spike in the Philippines. From tomorrow, public transport and domestic flights will stop. People will have to stay home unless they need essential goods. Medical associations have already come together to warn the government that the healthcare system is on the brink of collapse. And they say the new restrictions will give medical workers some breathing room. Case numbers in the Philippines have risen 5-fold since authorities relaxed a first lockdown in June. With more than 100,000 infections, the Philippines is now close to overtaking Indonesia as the worst-hit country in Southeast Asia.
Metro Manila, the Philippines' economic center, and nearby provinces will be reverting to stricter lockdown, the modified enhanced community quarantine, and there will be limited movements. There will be no public transportation and domestic flights, and only few industries will be allowed to operate at 50% capacity. There will be heightened police presence to ensure that the public stays at home, as only those with quarantine and work passes are allowed to go out. President Duterte approved the shift back to a stricter lockdown, heeding the calls of healthcare workers for a time out as hospitals are again overwhelmed with the surge of COVID-19 cases. There's been a spread of the infection due to the opening of more businesses and public transportation.
Wala na kami pagkain. Nagtutulungan na lang po kami para makakain. Sa isang araw po, isang bisis lang po kami makakain para hindi lang po kami malipasan ng gutom.
Man, thank you once again. Thank you for allowing me to share my little memories with you. I know, look here, man. I can't relate to this whole ideologies that it feels that COVID was like 10 years ago. Look here. I'm still traumatized by COVID. I still don't even know what the hell happened. I don't get it. I'm not a denier or whatever. It's just that I don't have enough data to make certain decisions. All I know is that, look, at this point, I got to move on. Like a lot of us, like most of us. And if you happen to have been this person who managed to escape COVID completely, shoot, kudos to you. That's what's up. That's great. But the grand majority of us, I think, will be traumatized. We'll have some sort of long-term trauma about certain things that went down during COVID. Many of us, including myself, lost loved ones, and we couldn't reach them. So anyway, man, it's a lot. You know, others didn't have Mactan or whatever, Ayuda couldn't reach them. Anyway, whatever it is. But look, the point is, I'm glad that at least at the same time, some of us managed to make things happen, make things work, and find ways. So we are resilient humans at the end of the day. But anyway, without further ado, man, look, if ever you happen to be a nurse, a doctor, a public health expert, and you happen to watch this far, I'm curious about your thoughts in terms of what happened to COVID. I mean, what happened, like what the hell was COVID, or what happened to it now? You know, apparently the government is still like, 10,000 active cases in the Philippines, so they're still counting. But yo, leave a comment. I'm curious. I want to know. I want to hear your opinion. All right. So once again, I'm out. Thank you for watching. It's my pleasure. You're awesome. Ciao.